get some spicy Time Spiral Remastered reprints, maybe some cool old border cards? Well, you can pre-order Time Spiral Remastered now from our sponsor Card Kingdom by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, we're trying out new Historic with Historic Anthology 4 with Harmless Offering, looking to give our opponent some really nice gifts that I'm sure they're going to love. So let's talk about the deck, jump into some games, see it in action. Alright, so here is our Harmless Offering deck for Historic, and the deck's actually pretty sweet. We have multiple plans for Harmless Offering to make it good. So Harmless Offering, pretty simple. You just give your opponent an adorable little cat, but then you hope that that adorable little cat actually kills them. So we're trying to give our opponent a permanent that's not going to be beneficial to them, but actually end up making our opponent die as a result. So how do you do that? And we have two different, somewhat related plans. So plan number one, traditional Harmless Offering plan, Demonic Plaque. You play it, you draw cards, you make your opponent discard, you gain some life, you damage something, and then before the last mode is chosen, you harmlessly give it to your opponent, and really it's your opponent that's choosing lose the game, so you don't even have to feel bad about it. We also have a couple of, oh no, I'm about to die to my Demonic Pact cards, and getting into the trials, which we can just emblem and fizzle to lose a game mode, or final payment that lets us sacrifice an enchantment to get around paying 5 life to destroy a creature. So that's not our main plan. We really want to give it to our opponent, but if we're about to die to our own Demonic Pact, which is always a risk, we do have plans for that to get around it. The other plan with Harmless Offering is kind of more interesting, and that is 9 lives, and it might not be all that intuitive to give your opponent 9 lives, because 9 lives is kind of actually like protecting your opponent. However, if we can give our opponent 9 lives and then kill 9 lives, then our opponent loses on the spot. So plan number 2 for the deck is 9 lives. Play it, maybe keep it for a turn or two to protect ourselves from damage, and then give it to our opponent, and then use Cleansing Nova, which is also our Wrath, but use it on Artifact and Enchantment mode to blow up 9 lives, or Farika's Libation as an Enchantment Edict if our opponent doesn't have any other edicts to get rid of 9 lives. Opponent loses the game on the spot. So those are our 2 big Harmless Offering plans. We also have Solemnity to go with 9 lives as a backup block, essentially, to keep us in the game for a while. 9 lives can't get counters, we're not going to die. We also have Idyllic Tutor and Wishclaw Talisman to tutor up our combo pieces, essentially. Otherwise, Thoughtseize, Bloodchief Thirst, a little bit of interaction, mana base, pretty typical stuff, some Castle Aquates for card draws. And then, in the sideboard, most of it's pretty simple. Leyline of Sanctity to protect against discard, a bunch of interaction, removal, graveyard hate, Sorcerer's Spyglass specifically for Ugin, because if we play 9 lives and our opponent Ugins it, then we lose the game. And then Happily Ever After, hilarious tech against all the Death Shadow decks running around. You play it, make your opponent gain 5 life, and we gain 5 life, but our opponent's probably going to lose their Death Shadow, Scourge of the Skyclaves as a result. So that is Harmless Mardu, Harmless Offering combo shenanigans for Historic. That's our Against Odds deck for this week. Let's jump into it, see it in action. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, Against the Odds time. We are harmlessly offering our opponent some, hopefully painful, oh my goodness, this hand. Alright, we're going to keep this. So we do need to hit lands. However, we have 2 Demonic Packs. We don't have a way to donate them yet. Hopefully we draw into them with the Demonic Packs, but it's a land. All right, let's Thoughtseize. His opponent's probably playing Death Shadow. Oh my god. Okay. Take Agonizing Remorse. Isolated Chapel Go. Alright, this could work. We have ways to sack or kill our Demonic Packs if we can't find Harmless Offering. And if we do find Harmless Offering, then life is even better. Opponent, Kroxa. Yeah, we'll get rid of Cleansing Nova for now. Opponent. Well, okay, more Cleansing. Alright, land. We need a land, not the Triome. Untap land to play Demonic Pact, and we'll feel good about where we're at. Opponent. Tap land. Alright, there we go. Boom and boom. Demonic Pact Part 1. Oh, alright, come on, Harmless Offering. If we can just draw Harmless Offering, this is about as good as it gets. Thankfully, we're not going to die, even if we shouldn't die, even if we don't hit it, with Final Payment and Cleansing Nova. Agonizing Remorse. I mean, that is a good draw for our opponent. Wow, gonna let us keep the Demonic Pact. Interesting. Well, we will draw 2 cards. No fear. We could kill ourselves. No fear. Demonic Pact. Tap land, go. What's the worst that could happen? Ooh, I mean, the worst that could happen is we could literally die. Oh, wait. Opponent put themselves down to 8? Oh. Well, we might be able to do this the natural way. Yeah. 4 to you. And 4 to you. And good game to you. And okay. Well, no Harmless Offerings, but I guess that works. Seems like a good Leyline of Sanctity matchup. Leyline of Sanctity in, Arrest in Peace in. Are they Death Shadow? Or are they just normal Rakdos? If they're Death Shadow, then Happily Ever After is our secret tech. And let's bring the Rest in Peace. Go down a couple of Thought Seizes. 1 Solemnity. Probably 1 Gideon of the Trials. Ugh. Do we go down all the Thought Seizes? Yeah, let's go down the Thought Seizes. Alright. Leyline of Sanctity seems great, because it shuts down all of our opponent's Thought Seize effects. And they're apparently playing Thought Seize and Agonizing Remorse, so they have a lot of discard that will stop doing things. Ooh. You know, we're going to keep that. Go Leyline of Sanctity. That's all we got is a Leyline of Sanctity, but we can cycle and eventually Castle Lockwayne, so I guess that's fine. I think Leyline is like really good against our opponent's deck. We just saw so many discard effects that I assume our opponent's going to have a hard time doing much. Well, tap land, go. We do need to draw non-lands. That is true. Opponent, swamp, and well, tap land, go. Gonna try to hold the Triomes for cycling purposes. Some for our opponent. Go. Ah! Well, we didn't have to do any Harmless Offerings, but apparently our Leyline sideboard tech was pretty good. We kept 6 lands Leyline, and our opponent scooped it up because they could not beat it. Well, yeah, sweet. Alright, against the odds time, we are playing Cat Tribal. Really weird Cat Tribal. Because Harmless Offering and 9 Lives both have cats. We are, of course, trying to donate our opponent stuff with Harmless Offering. About it. Temple Garden. Well, tap land, go. We wouldn't mind drawing lands. That would be the best. Explores. No, Thought Sees you. Oh boy. Broken card tribal. This might go poorly. Most of these cards seem unbeatable. Well, go. Yeah, it's a handful of stuff that I'm just not sure our deck can beat. Opponent. Extra turn spell. We miss a land drop. Alright, sure. Yeah, this is not going optimally. I actually think we're just dead to Nissa and extra turn spells. Nissa. If we had hit our land drops, at least we could kill the Nissa and we'd have some shot, but with land drops being missed. Yeah. Alright, well. Sure. Well, that was a quick one. Yeah, we need to hit lands. I'm still not sure that would have been enough, but it would have maybe helped. Well, bring in things that are maybe good against what our opponent's doing. Ugh. Not feeling super great about this matchup. Down final payments. Down Gideon. And down one Wish Claw. Let's try it like that. Alright. Alright. We will play first. I will keep this. Santa's not close to winning the game, but it's better at not losing the game, and it has 3 lands. Well, land and dress you. Take Grow Spiral. Opponent plays a land. Well, we will play the land and Sorcerous Spyglass. Name Nissa. Although Nissa is still pretty good, even if you can't cast it. Well, we will play this. Idyllic Tutor. Take 9 lives. So our plan is to 9 lives. Find a red source, Harmless Offering it, and then Cleansing Nova it for the win. Bone it. Tap land. Ooh. Well, Godless Shrine. Thought sees you. Well, I guess we take a Toski. Or, I guess we leave the Toski since there's 2 of them. Take the Nissa. Double mana is still scary, even with this and not being able to untap lands. Bone it, land, and Toski. Play the land, pass the turn. Red mana! We need red mana! That is all we need. Thankfully, Toski can't draw because of 9 lives, so we're not actually taking damage. Well, draw a card. Down to 11. Thoughtseize our opponent. Counters. Well, Solemnity. Red manas. Red manas. That's what we need about it. Tap land. Pointless attack. Well, we're going to draw. More white mana. Okay. Yeah, this white mana's not getting it done. We need a red source. Bone it. Tags for no value. Alright, there's red mana. I think we wait until we can do it all at once. We're only a single land away from just Harmless Offering, Cleansing Nova, all in the same turn. And if we do it early, then our opponent gets to draw with Toski and can draw a counter. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. We're going to draw and go down to 3. Because if we hit an untap land, we just win. Tap land. We're going to cycle, looking for an untap land. Okay. Okay. It goes to 1, but it works. Whew. Opponent does nothing. Godless Shrine. Untap down to 1. Harmless Offering. Opponent, you can have the 9 lives. And then a Cleansing Nova. We will blow up all artifacts and enchantments. Oh, oh, got him. Yes, okay. So apparently we can beat Nissa Tribal. Huh. Maybe we bring in Seal Away. Do we need an answer to Toski, or do we just... Well, alright, whatever. Whatever. Toski's gonna live, but 9 lives does shut it down. Well, it worked that time. Still a matchup I'm very afraid of. We got lucky to be able to duress away the ramp and then Thoughtseize and Nissa, or else that probably would have went a lot worse. Another concern in this one is Ugin. Although if we can give our opponent the 9 lives, that's one of the hilarious parts about this deck is being able to donate 9 lives is actually like kind of protection from Ugin. Huh. Sand has no defense. We're going to mulligan. Alright, well this will keep. Idyllic Tutor to the bottom. Well, I mean, we have 9 lives in Solemnity if we can hit one more white source. That's not bad. Yeah, Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine to rescue. Holy Hand. I'll take Nissa. Abundant. Passes. Godless Shrine tapped. Don't care too much about Disdainful Stroke. Most of our good payoffs are cheap enough that they don't get stroked. Opponent, I'm gonna foretell the extra turn spell. Well, Mountain, 9 lives. Pass the turn. Opponent, land. Solemnity. Triome. Tapped. Go. Boot it. Draws a card. Untap land. Nissa, of course. We even thought seized one, but they can't put counters on it. I've never seen that happen before. That's hilarious. It kills the land. Solemnity shuts it down. It still turns into a creature, but it has no counters, so it dies. That is absolutely hilarious. Well, Demonic Pact. That's almost certainly getting countered. Opponent counters. I don't think our opponent realizes they can take up Nissa without targeting a land. Opponent gonna take an extra turn, which is good for us. Opponent. With two Solemnities, it also gives us some protection from this Brazen Borrower. Land. Opponent. Passes. Well, Isolated Chapel. Pass the turn. Don't really want to play another 9 lives, because then donate Cleansing Nova does not actually work. Toski. Toski, the squirrel who does nothing. Well, draw a card. Down to 15. Yeah, we'll Idyllic Tutor. For... Boy, are we just going to live our greediest life? I think we are. Demonic Pact. Untapped. Play it. Pass the turn. Well, we do need to find a way to answer our own pact. And we can't use... we can't use a Cleansing Nova, because that will blow up our own 9 lives. Opponent gonna go attacking. Or not. Or yes. I guess Toski has to. Well. Opponent, why don't you discard your last 2 cards? Runs out Brazen Borrower. Discards a Nissa. Well, play a Swamp. Draw a Castle Lockwade. Okay. Okay, we need the Harmless Offering. If we find the Harmless Offering, we're going to beat this Nissa deck, which would be amazing. Opponent hits us. I mean, assuming our opponent doesn't have another counter. Passes. Well, we will draw 2 cards. Cycle a Triome. Untap land. We gotta go for it. They only have 1 card in hand. Harmless Offering. Second enchantment. Yes! It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! Toskies and Nissas, no match for the Harmless Offering. Whew! Boy, this deck does make you a little bit nervous, because if we had whiffed or our opponent had drawn a counter, we easily could have killed ourselves with this Demonic Pact, but whew, it came through. If you draw enough cards, it'll work out eventually. Hey! Alright, sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, against the odds time, we are harmlessly offering our opponent some Demonic Pacts and 9 lives in Historic. New to Historic Harmless Offering. And, well, not keeping this. 1 land, lots of combo pieces, but... alright, we will put Sacred Foundry to the bottom. We only really ever need one red source. Yeah, let's just Triome. I think Triome into Lockwayne for Thoughtseize plus Bloodchief Thirst, especially against what is probably an aggro deck, is probably the best way to go. Oh boy. Alright. No follow-up. No follow-up. Only 1. Oh boy, I hate Burning Tree Emissary. I drew 2 of them. Burning Trees. Well, Thoughtseize you. Take a Embercleave. Bloodchief's Thirst. Destroy the Llanowar. Burning Tree. Alright, opponent untaps. It's such a roulette style of game. Oh my god, and they draw the land. Yeah, we're super in trouble here. Wishclaw Talisman. Yeah. Oh, I hate these hands. This is actually the reason why I kind of feel like Burning Tree should be banned. Not because, I don't know. 1 copy is fine, but when your opponent just randomly has 2 in their hand, there's just not a whole lot you can do in a lot of matchups. It's just kind of like you auto-lose. Well, alright, sure. Well, opponent had 2 Burning Trees, and on to the next. Yeah, that is a play pattern that annoys me. Well, we will bring in more removal. We will go down... What? 1 Wishclaw. Gideon of the Trials. And a Thoughtseize. Alright, try it like that. Well, I mean, I guess the other thing we could say is maybe we should have... Maybe we should have Thoughtseize on turn 1. Even if it meant shocking ourselves. Alright, we get to play first. Well, we're going to keep this. Does this hand beat double Burning Tree Emissary? Probably not, but... The math on it's not that good. The math on having 2 it is not something that should happen frequently. Well, tap land go. Opponent. How many you got? How many you got? Mountain. Alright, no burning trees, so that's good news. Kill the brawler. Thoughtseize our opponent. Take a... We don't really care about a braid. I guess Embercleave. One of the upsides of our deck is we really do not care about targeted removal. We're not a deck that's like playing creatures and trying to do things with them. Another brawler. Yeah. Harmless Offering would be our best draw. Triome. Well, Isolated Chapel. Kill the brawler. We can cycle the Triome. Our last removal spell is a painful one at the moment. Alright, Burning Tree, much less frightening on turn. Oh boy. Lots of Harmless Offerings, but nothing to offer. Opponent passes. We draw a Swamp. Well, play the land, pass the turn. If our opponent draws an Embercleave, we're going to have to kill the Burning Tree. Otherwise, we're going to try to wait. Down to 16. Opponent passes. I'll play 9 lives. 9 lives is not bad. 9 lives with these Harmless Offerings means if we can draw a way to kill enchantments, then we win, essentially. So Pharika's Libation or Cleansing Nova, either one of those gives us lethal over the course of like 2 turns. Probably not going to sacrifice it to to final payment, though. That seems like a bad idea about it. Land. Not even going to bother to attack. Well, Demonic Pact. That's also not bad. Pass the turn. Oh, I think we're good. Had the removal for the fast star, and now we got our enchantments, and we got Cats for days. Cats with Eldrazi Tentacles. Opponent. You might as well at least add counters to it. And opponent, not even going to wait to see what happens. They're just going to assume that they're probably dead, and they're right. All right. Yeah, run it back. Whew. Well, life is not bad if we can dodge the Burning Tree Star. It's going to become even scarier on the play, with our opponent on the play. We do have a Doomscar. Doomscar would be good. That's a Wrath that's actually potentially fast enough to beat the Burning Tree Star. Cleansing Nova is a Wrath that is not going to beat it if our opponent has 2 Burning Trees. What is the math on 2 Burning Trees in your opening hand? Alright, let's look it up real quick. Alright, so 60 cards, 4 Burning Trees, sample size of 7 for your opening hand. Actually, I guess it should be 8, because you get it. Well, let's see what 7 says. 2. 6% of the time in your opening hand. If you count your like first draw, 8%, first 2 draws, 10%. So the double Burning Tree Star mathematically should happen somewhere between, depending on play draw, somewhere between like 8 and 10% of the time, 1 out of every 10 games against this deck. On the other hand, we are not including mulligans, which increase that rate to some extent. Like, if you get a 10%er and then a, whatever, 6%er, 8%er, and then a 5%er, and you add them all up, that does increase your odds. Huh. This hand doesn't do anything. We're going to mulligan. This hand I like. We will put Libation to the bottom. Well, Doomscar's a card that can get us out of this, potentially. Whatever this is. Ooh, and the... Wow, okay. This hand's great. We have a Wrath to not die into 9 lives Harmless Offering Demonic Pact. That is kind of the dream in this matchup. Well, let's see if they got the Burning Tree chain. Forest. Burning Tree. Let's see if they have 2 and beat the odds. Voltaic Brawler. Yeah. Well, we take a beating. Doomscar. Foretold. Go. Wouldn't mind drawing a non-pain land here. That would be good. Voltaic Brawler. Opponent smacks us. Down to 8. Well. Doomscar. Doomscar into 9 lives seems reasonable. And then if our 9 lives gets high on counters, we can give it to our opponent just to not die to it. Chandra. Ticks up.
I know. I am hot, aren't I?
Hits us. Well, now we gotta play 9 lives. Blood Crypt tapped. Opponent ticks up. Llanowar Elves. Cast it. No. 9 lives counter instead. Now, Demonic back. Go. We are probably going to have to kill the Chandra at some point. Opponent hits us. Ticks up. Does not stop the 9 lives. Oh my god, it does stop the 9 lives. Alright. That's unfortunate. We get counters, but that is really unfortunate. Well, yeah, I guess that's a problem with 9 lives. Jeez. Well, fair enough. Burning Tree Emissary doing what it does. We even had the Doomscar, but we lost the die roll, and that was that. Alright, against the odds time, we are harmlessly offering our opponent some not that nice gifts in Historic. Now that Harmless Offering finally on Arena. Ridewood Falls. Ooh, opponent's playing a snow deck. Interesting. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad for us. Opponent. Cold Steel Heart. Sure. Well, let's Thought Seize you. Don't care about this. Can't get around 2 Merit Lage's Slumbers. Well, I guess we take Cancerix. I'm surprised anyone's playing Snow. I have not seen anyone on the Snow plan. Cancerix could beat us, though. Merit Lage's Slumber, unlikely to beat us. Play the land. Yeah, it's just 9 lives. So that makes Merit Lage's Slumber into a 9-turn clock instead of a 1-turn clock. Opponent plays a land, if our opponent can get it to go off. I'm surprised our opponent isn't getting this down first so they can start scrying. Well, Swamp and Demonic Pact. Go. So if we can find Harmless Offering, well, alright, Merit Lage's Slumber, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our opponent is going to get a Merit Lage's Slumber. About it. Passing. Well, I guess we make our opponent discard. Tap land. Go. So if we find Harmless Offering, we can donate 9 lives and then make our opponent sack it. Another Outrider. Well, let's cycle. Thoughtseize is not great. Draw 2 cards. Haha! Is that game? That's game, right? So play the land, Harmless Offering. Yes, you can have 9 lives. Target opponent sacrifices an enchantment that will be 9 lives, and nice try, Merit Lage. Oh boy. Maybe this deck is just good. Alright, so. What do we want against our opponent's deck? Seal Away seems good. Bloodchief's Thirst seems... Well, actually, we saw the Crabs. The Crab is a card that could beat us. Huh. Rest in Peace, no. Rampage, sure. Edicts are good if against Merit Lage, if our opponent gets to it. What else do we want to do? Thoughtseize seems good. Seal Away, good. Maybe we trim a Final Payment. Maybe we trim a Gideon. Let's try it like that. I mean, that is one of the one of the easiest Harmless Offering plans. Donate, sacrifice, win. That's one of the things I like about this deck. Why we have the normal plan of Demonic Pact. We also have the Sweet 9 Lives plan, which also works pretty well with Harmless Offering. Opponent. I mean, opponent rushed out a fast Merit Lage, which was actually pretty impressive, but Merit Lage isn't that good against 9 lives, unfortunately for our opponent. Ooh. Oh. Alright, this hand is great. Somewhere between good and great. I mean, we get to Thoughtseize our opponent. And we'll take Growth Spiral. We get to Thoughtseize into the 9 lives lock. Opponent plays the land passes. Well, Isolated Chapel, go. I mean, I guess the other thing is our opponent could, like, ramp into Ugin or something, and that would be awkward. Cultivates. Yeah. Ooh, there's Harmless Offering. Oh, Plains and... let's Solemnity for now. I'm actually not sure. Since we have the Demonic Pact, we probably want to donate that if we can. Cultivates. Opponent could have counters. They are a blue-ish deck. Opponent. Hilariously, if we 9 lives and donate it, our opponent will never die until we blow up the 9 lives. About it. Yeah, Historic, Merit Lage's Slumber is sweet, but Historic could use some more good snow cards, maybe. They need Abominable Snowman. That is the missing piece for Historic Snow. It's always Abominable Tree Folk. Cancerix. Well, alright. Land and Demonic Pact, go. About it. Mills us. I mean, if Mill is, like, a legitimate plan, we can also... I'm surprised they're not playing this as a clone. If they're actually trying to mill us out, we can bring in Leyline of Sanctity if it gets to Game 3. If our opponent is going to mill us out, they need to do it now, though. Alright, well, opponent passing. There we go. Well, I think we're on the Harmless... Huh. I don't know what our opponent did there, but we will make you discard your last 2 cards. Trio. Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to play Harmless Offering now. Like, I think we just got it with this Demonic Bag. Like, unless our opponent top decks... Are you going to copy this? I think our opponent forgot to copy last time. Why are they not copying Cancerix. So confused. Alright, we get milled. Opponent gonna send a crabby message. We untap. Yeah, let's just draw this turn. Kill the Cancerix. Play Wishclaw. Kind of a non-bow with Solemnity, I guess. Comes into play with 0 counters. Oops. I mean, not that it really matters. 4 damage to you, and then opponent. We have a gift. And, yeah, your turn. What would you like to choose, friend? Opponent chooses lose the game, unfortunately for them. And, alright. The offering not so harmless. So far, so good. We're kind of crushing people so far. Sweet, sweet. Alright. Against the odds time, we are offering up some unpleasant but harmless gifts to our opponent. Demonic packs, 9 lives, and such. This hand needs a harmless offering, but in theory, if we draw one, we can donate the 9 lives and win. With Cleansing Nova. Combo piece Cleansing Nova. Opponent. I'll play a Triome. Go. Opponent. Isolated Chapel. Legion Lieutenant. I'll play Castle Lochwain. Yeah, run out 9 lives. Pass the turn. I mean, this is the highest upside. If we just happen to draw into Harmless Offering, we could theoretically win in like 2 turns. Harmless Offering, then land the following turn is just game. Yeah, there's a Sorin. Gives us a counter. Well, Godless Shrine. Untapped. Demonic Pact. No fear. No fear. We're good. We're good. We're not gonna lose to our own 9 lives. We're fine. Hopefully. Opponent. Rally the Regs. The problem for our opponent is growing the vampire does not do much in the face of 9 lives. Well, I guess you discard. Castle Ardenvale. Kick a Bloodchief's Thirst. Kill Sorin. Opponent. Sky Marcher Spira hits us. Well, we will draw 2 cards. Still no Harmless Offering. Well, Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. I mean, this is still fine, because we have the 9 lives. Opponent hits us. Sure. Harmless Offering. 4 damage to Sky Marcher. We draw a pack. Well, let's Thoughtseize our opponent. Probably, Bloodchief's Thirst, alright. Demonic Pact Part 2. Isolated Chapel. And then we can sack the one that's going to kill us to this final payment. Opponent. Well. Sack the Demonic Pact that is about to make us lose the game. We will. Huh. Yeah, let's draw. Ooh, there's Harmless Offering. 1, 2, 3. Well, play the Triome. Play Gideon. Emblem. Next turn, we should be able to win all at once. Unless our opponent draws Thoughtseize, we just Harmless Offering 9 lives. Another Rally of the Regs. We just Harmless Offering the 9 lives and win. So opponent passes. Discard 2 cards. Play a land. Harmless Offering. You can have the 9 lives. Cleansing Nova. Artifacts and enchantments. And, yeah. Good try, Vamps. Good try, Vampires. Well, that went well. We'll bring in another Doomscar. We'll bring in a Seal Away. We'll bring in the Angrass Rampage. And that's, Sorcerer's Spyglass, maybe? What are we going down, is the question. That is the question. We'll go down the Gideon. We'll go down a Wishclaw Talisman. And maybe one Solemnity. Yeah, alright, try it like that. We could bring in Leyline of Sanctity, but they're not super discard heavy. They probably, I mean, after sideboarding, they probably have some amount of discard, but they're not like super discard heavy, I don't think. So we should be fine. Alright, opponent's on the play. I mean, I am definitely afraid of Vampires just because Vampires can get some really fast starts. Well, we're going to keep this. We got one of our combos. Cat, Pack. Maybe it's enough. Opponent, Swamp, and you got Thoughtseize? Alright. Duress. Takes the pack. Well, Godly Shrine tapped. Well, we drew Cleansing Nova, so that means that 9 lives is, again, a really good draw. Legion's Landing. Well, land tapped. Pass the turn. Please no Sorin. Opponent hits us. Land. No Sorin. Well, yeah, I guess we better Thoughtseize. Eh, get rid of Champion it does. So opponent also does not have a ton going on. Isolated Chapel go. I mean, I guess we can also Cleansing Nova creatures if we have to. We would rather do more than that, but yeah, cycle the Triome. Could hit a Thoughtseize or a Bloodchief's Thirst. Ooh, okay. Well, we got a plan. We got a plan. We're going to play 9 lives, we're going to Harmless Offering the 9 lives, and then we're going to Cleansing Nova. As long as we don't get got by... Wow, opponent should have pumped. As long as our opponent doesn't draw a Thoughtseize, this is spectacular. Land. So next turn we can Harmless Offering. Then the following turn, Cleansing Nova, Artifacts and Enchantments. Yeah. Opponent hits us. Counters, sure. Land. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They shouldn't be able to kill us. And our opponent doesn't seem to know that they can pump this. Well, yeah, I mean... You know what? Actually, let's play it safe. Let's... Cleansing Nova creatures. There is some... I don't think we can die, but I also don't want to take the chance on giving our opponent the 9 lives and then just immediately dying. That would be very awkward. The risk of this plan is it gives our opponent more time to draw Thoughtseize. Alright, Vampires for days. Well, play a land. Harmless Offering. Idyllic Tutor. Alright, so we got to fade discard for 1 turn. Take Demonic Pact. Alright, that's it. That's it. We got to survive this 1 turn, and we got the combo kill. Opponent draws. Please no, Magic Gods. Please no. Land. Lockwane. Desperately digging for a Thoughtseize. Attacks. It flips. It hits us down to 8. Did they draw it? They did not. Cleansing Nova. Artifacts and Enchantments. Oh, got him. Yeah. Opponent does not wait around to see the 9th life go away. And, yeah. I mean, the deck is actually, like, kind of effective. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So what do we learn this week about Harmless Offering in Historic? And overall, I think we went 4-3 with the deck through a bunch of matches, and we really got to see the good and the bad of the deck. So the good of the deck is the plan's actually pretty powerful and pretty consistent, and we got Demonic Pact kills. We got 9 lives, blow it up kills, and it worked really, really well in some matchups. We got decent removal and interaction, so if we just run into random creature decks, like an easy example of this was we played against vampires, and vampires it felt like didn't really have that much of a chance against our deck. So in some matchups, our plan is insane. Like the 9 life Solemnity Lock is good, our finishers are good, we can really punish our opponent for just trying to beat us down with random dorks. On the other hand, there's some really scary matchups too, and those are counterspell matchups. We did beat rogues, but decks like Blue-White Control, oh my goodness, are so frightening, because the problem is we're at high risk of killing ourselves. Like if we play Demonic Pact and we're like, yeah, we'll just Harmless Offering it, no big deal. If our opponent can counter the Harmless Offering, we're going to have to choose to lose the game mode, which is a big issue and a big concern. So I feel like this deck's actually pretty powerful. I don't think it's like the new tier 1 or anything, but it does win more than it loses, and it is fairly competitive, little bit matchup dependent, and it's really interesting to play. There's a lot of tension in this deck, I think is what I would say, because you're always like feeling like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna combo kill and kill my opponent really quickly, but you're also feeling like, if something goes a little bit wrong, I might end up dying. Like, I got this Demonic Pact, it's ticking up, can I find my Harmless Offering in time? Or I got this Demonic Pact, it's ticking up, is my opponent gonna draw a Thoughtseize before I get to Harmless Offering? So it's a very like risky fun deck to play. It works more than it doesn't work, I would say, and it seems like it's at least reasonably competitive in Historic. I don't think it's like a new top tier deck or anything because of the risk and because counter spells can be such a blowout, but I thought it was super fun to play. So if you want to give your opponent some nice, kind, harmless gifts, I mean, it seems like a legit enough option to mess around with Historic, and like I said, it's super, super fun. So anyway, that's Better Against Odds for this week. Harmless Offering for Historic. Thanks for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it, even a little bit as much as I enjoyed playing it, because I had a lot of fun with this deck, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.